I had the privilege of having two extraordinary individuals, my mother and father. They taught us to love through their actions, through their service, through their surrender, through their own redemptive process, through their own forgiveness, through their own healing, for their own love.
For a life where I always thought in terms of decades, and I always thought 4 and 5 decades ahead, 4 and 5 decades from here may or may not show up. Could be 1, could be 2, could be 3. That makes life so much more precious. That makes love so much more precious. Because if you can know that you've lived and devoted your life to someone who you absolutely adore and adores you, then every day is more precious than the day before. And why not enthralled by the idea of death? I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what the other side is. We all have different beliefs. I don't believe anything ends, it changes form, but I don't know what that form's like. Will I have conscious awareness of who I am still? Will I still be there? So I'm here to live every day. Give it all my love, all my kindness, all my passion, all my joy. To anyone that I can, anyone who wants it, anyone who needs it, but especially for my beloved who I'm devoted to. It's devotion, not love, when you get to the second stage. Total devotion. It's not about you. And ironically, that's when you'll discover the love for yourself at a level you never had before. Because you love that deeply someone else. And you give your all. It awakens your heart. The judgments that you would have had for others are gone, so the judgments you would have for yourself are gone. You go, life is so precious. There's only so many days. And I'm not going to waste them with ego, which is fear. I'm going to go for the love. I'm going to go for the growth. I'm going to go for the contribution. I'm going to go for the joy and the playfulness. And I want to leave this world a better place. So when I go, those that I am devoted to, my Bonnie Pearl, my daughters, my sons, my grandkids, my friends, my coworkers, and I dare say some of you, I'll go before many of you will. Hell, I've been doing this 47 years in a few months. Some of you aren't even 47 years old fucking yet. So I know it's a limited time. And when I look at that preciousness, throw it back up there, and I start thinking about this stage called Elder Sunset, where I'm aware of where I am in the life cycle. I'm aware that it isn't certain, and it makes life more precious. I appreciate the preciousness. And roles sometimes shift at this stage. You want to share about that, honey?
Yes, well, for those of you who are parents out there, just know that, and by the way, for those of you who are not in relationship, this cycle manifests whether you're in an intimate relationship, because we're all relating to life. So you may have a passion, you serve in a certain way, you touch life in a certain way. These cycles, these seasons happen with or without that. This just happens to reflect an intimate path, but it's a life path. And, I had the privilege of having two extraordinary individuals, my mother and father. They taught us to love. They taught us to love through their actions, through their service, through their surrender, through their own redemptive process, through their own forgiveness, through their own healing, for their own love. And it continues to happen. And what I notice and I think is so extraordinary, my dad was, if you give him a hammer and anything to fix, he's certainly Mr. Make It Happen, but less on the home front. And what's so beautiful, my mom just had an injury the other day, and, my dad's there. Life, it cycles. It cycles. And I watch them, the two of you, and it's stunning. It's stunning to watch love in action at every stage. It's stunning to watch my dad help my mother, hold my mother's hand, help her up the other day when she wasn't able to get up because of her injury. And we were getting ready. My mom was so worried. She's like, who the heck's going to curl my hair? And I walked in the other day. My mom and dad, they were laughing. They were crying because my dad was burning her. He was flipping it forward. He was trying to figure out the hell. He's like, shit, this is a lot more complicated than I ever imagined. And the simplicity, you know, the simple, simple moments. The first spring and summer, it's these extraordinary, these grand gestures, all these external things. And as life matures, I have the privilege to witness the most stunning, beautiful love my whole life. That doesn't mean they were perfect humans. They're humans just like us. But what was perfect was their willingness to continue to love and to grow. And I would never be here today if it wasn't for the example of two of them. Mom and Dad, I love you. And it's so beautiful. Next to them, my father's brother, Uncle Buck and Bonnie, and you know, they met 50 some odd years ago, and life went another way. It went another trajectory. And 50 years later, after love and life and death and divorce, divine grace guided them back together. And they're in the enchantment stage in their late 70s, early 80s. And you're another extraordinary example of love. It never ends. The opportunity to grow, the opportunity to be love. You know, you were saying earlier today, the lady who raised her hand and talked about, like, I'm looking for that one. And sometimes when we're looking for that one out here, we miss an opportunity to love here. We're guided to this moment in time to love, to be love, to share the gift of love, because that's what not only changes our world, it changes the world. And this world is desperate for each of us to be that lighthouse, to share that goodness and extend that beyond the one. What I loved how when Tony shared, I was included in that, you were included in that, our family's included in that. That's the highest truth in this human race, is we are all each other's beloved. We're all here to love at this depth. And so for those of you who are here and don't have the privilege to have that relationship here now, just know that there's an opportunity to love every moment of life. We've all fallen